What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Andy from Raptor RC, and today's video is on the first annual Mudboss Nationals at the Factory RC Raceway in York, PA. So stick around and let's see how it goes. Alright, so this is heat one in a borrowed body. You just saw that is because my Salvis body was not ready to go. One of the things that Raptor is going to be doing heavily is RC car wraps, and in order to do wraps we need to have templates designed, and that means making those templates ourselves, which is not the easiest process in the world. So just cut it a little too close. So Jason stepped up. Awesome dude. Thank you so much, Jason. Jason Gasly does awesome photography work and also races Mudboss himself, and let me use one of his extra bodies. And I was trying not to damage it up too much, but what happened here was I had a basically new set of tires on, and it just shows the importance of tire prep when it comes to RC racing, especially at Factory. This is the only track that I've ran at so far. That will change. We'll have, some outings at other tracks here in the near future. But for now, all we know is Factory, and tire prep is super crucial. You can't just literally go to a hobby shop, get a set of tires, and throw them on your car and expect to not be terrible, because it was fishtailing. That's like first sign that your tires aren't where they need to be. Lots of fishtailing. I just couldn't run a good lap. So it is what it is. Finish 6th and move on to the next one. So this is Andy Parr's Heat 2. For some reason, the camera didn't shoot Heat 1. It just took a picture. It switched to photo mode for some reason. But yeah, so this is Heat 2 for Andy. So this is heat 2 for myself, Andy Zeller. My buddy Lucas Montgomery was kind enough to lend me a set of tires of his to run this heat race. Basically how they ran the Mudboss Nationals is 3 heat races, each 3 minutes, where normally heat races are 4 minutes. This had 3 qualifiers that were all 3 minutes. So for this second one, it was seeded based on where everybody finished in the first one. So this was like the slower people of heat 1. Yeah, with those tires, I felt like that car was just hooked up. I could put it anywhere. Really, that is, I think, the most important part of RC racing at the factory, especially in the novice class, is just having good tires. If you have good tires, you can control the car a heck of a lot better and avoid more accidents, which is primarily what novice class is, just avoiding everything. I think, there's some of that in all classes, but really in novice it's crucial. So make sure you have good prep tires, ones that are super soft, as soft as you can get them, and you're good to go. So this is Andy Parr's third heat. What you've seen so far from Andy Parr throughout the course of this vlog so far is his journey of obviously learning how to drive an RC car the same as I am, but also the setup stuff. Andy is way more involved on the tuning and setup side than I am. I get a little timid with it, so I just set it and go. Whereas Andy really tweaks his setups a lot and has tried like super different things, different types of setups, like some wild camber and stuff like that, just to see what it does. So if you're watching these vlogs and you're like, man, this guy sucks, it's definitely not the case. He was literally trying out a lot of stuff and had some bad luck and stuff too in there, but this race I think was really the first big step for him. Like, you see him laying down really solid laps there and consistently, where he's finally got the car somewhere that he can build from. So yeah, that has kind of been his journey, and this Mudboss Nationals was really a solid first effort for him. All right, so heat race 3. I'm back to the tires that I brought, which are doing a little bit better considering the track conditions. Track's starting to dry a little bit. They really did a great job working the track throughout the whole day, also keeping the whole program moving. So coming up here in the end, me and Donald make contact on the front straightaway, and I get turned a little bit towards the inside of the track. And when I get turned, the two cars that were behind us end up hitting me on the side and actually disconnected my battery. So my car doesn't move for the rest of the race, which I think was only one lap. I'm fairly certain that Donald won that race, and when he passed at the same time as me, he ended. I must have been a lap behind, so I needed one more lap, and instead of finishing in third, then I finished in fifth, which really stinks because I think a third place finish could have put me into the A main, and consequently we had to run the B main then.
Here comes Donald. All right, 1, 2, 3 is good. All right, let's roll real slow. We'll go this time. Keep them off one another. Come on, get the guy in front of you. A little bit of space. Get ready, Carter. We're gonna go. Four-minute race. Carter out front. Donald right second. Watch three. Watch go. High three. Watch four. Go very high on four. Very high on four. Just pull. Watch what I do. High one, two. We got Carter out front, Andy Seller at the second, out Don Carter back in the second. Carter out front, Don running second. Andy running third. Julian running fourth. High to two. Easy driver, easy. Carter out front, Donald running second. Andy, Landon, Julian, Justin, Andy. Watch, go low one. Watch front straight, go high in front. Now put Andy Seller up to second now. Donald goes back to third. Carter, Andy, Donald, Justin, Landon, Julian, Andy. Carter out front. We are halfway drivers. Carter in at number 28. Watch front straight, nickelback straight. Watch, go low 3 and 4. Low 3 and 4. We got Donald Berger back up last second spot. Carter out front. Donald, Andy. Justin, Landon. Watch back straight. Watch one. Leader backwards in 1 and 2. Carter out front in that number 20 car. Well, 8 broke. Carter, Justin Albright up to second now. Donald running third. Watch one, go high one. Carter, Justin, Donald, Andy, Julian, Andy Carr. Watch, second place gets turned around. Donald right there to take it over. Donald and Justin back and forth here for that second spot. Donald having all kinds of runs down to 1 and 2. Donald up to second now. Justin is back third. Carter out front. We got 30 seconds. Leader in 20. Second place is going to be in the number 1 car. Justin Albright running 30. He's in 19. Washington. Leader getting involved there. Washington 3 and 4. Leader upside down here. quarter line. 5 seconds. Races in, driver races in, winning that Carter Roshinsky. Donald Berger gets second. Justin Albright gets third. Andy Zeller, Julian Starks, Andy Carr, Landon, and Lucas is your finishing order. Carter and Donald, you guys are the bump ups, and you're going to race number 16, 1-6 from the bumps.
So that's a wrap on the first annual Mudboss Nationals at the Factory RC Raceway in York. Hats off to that staff. They did an amazing job with the event. They had some incredible sponsors. They had a great track surface all day. And most importantly, they kept the program moving at a great pace. It wasn't ever like there was too much downtime or we were waiting forever to get to the next round or the next time that we would touch the track. They kept it moving and they kept it going smooth all day. And when it came to the end of the second heats, they actually stopped and asked everybody if they wanted to run the third set as they originally intended, or because there were so many entries, if people wanted to skip. And they kind of did a show of hand vote, and it was split, and they said, well, what if we run the third set without doing a track rework in between? And that seemed to be the play, and therefore what they moved forward with. Just hats off to them. They're great guys. They really care about this sport and this hobby, and they love bringing these types of things to us as racers. So without them, you know, you don't get to do this and have as much fun. So again, thanks to them. As far as looking back on the race, the whole day in total, I think I learned a lot. So I don't want to say that in a way like I'm disappointed. I feel like it was a good overall day for me. I mean, in the B main, I was, excuse me, up to second numerous times, and they take 2 out of the B main, and you know, you're that close to getting into the show, so you can't be that upset. And I think I learned definitely about tire preparation, and that there needs to be like a baseline level of, I don't want to run these tires unless they've been to this point. The tires that I ran, mind you, weren't just brand new off the shelf tires. I think I put Papa Willie's on them and maybe burnt them in once or something like that. But hadn't done anything else to them, and they're pretty fresh, and that's obviously an important thing to be sure of and take away from that whole day. As far as Parr goes, I think that was his most consistent performance. I think that he's really starting to find stuff on the setup end that works for him. As I said during the video, during the footage stuff, he's really been a lot more into the setup and stuff like that, and trying different things. I'm more conservative with that and just kind of set up my car and don't really touch it. I make super minor adjustments, if anything, and I can respect and appreciate what he's doing, because I feel like he's going a step further than what I am. I'm just kind of trying to learn to drive the car, and I'm not quite as concerned about the setup stuff yet, whereas he's kind of doing all of it at once. And I feel like this particular race is the first super consistent race for him from start to finish. The whole way through, he was right there. Had a great lap count and pace, and I think it's only going to keep getting better for him. So for both of us, I think it was an awesome day. It was fun. And overall, I feel pretty good about where we were and where we ended up, and what's in store for the future. So thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Don't be shy, like and subscribe, and follow us along. We're going to have tons more content coming your way. And till next time.